Oh, man, I love advisor cam, and that's just what it feels like to be in a race car. You can see clear track ahead, and then the door just closes. So frustrating, especially this late in the race.
But with 10 to go, it's Kevin Harvick. He's been out in front, it seems like, every race all year since we started this thing. Back up to Jeff Gordon, Darrell Waltrip, and Mike Joy.
Thanks, Chris. 10 laps to go. The rules are different. Only green flag laps count. Caution laps do not. And there's a different overtime rule. The leader must take the checkered flag under green to win the race and the $1 million. If they wreck on the last lap in turn 4, we'll just start over and do it again.
I think that might happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be the leader on this restart or any restart. It seems like the leader has gone backwards the last 2 or 3 starts that we've had.
I'm getting ready to check out, boys.
Harvick's Ford on the outside of Suarez Toyota. 10 to go.
Oh, this is going to be a drag race down the back. The 19 and the 4 side by side with help.
Well, we got 2 good pushers there, and Blaney on the outside with the 4 Harvick and the 42.
Big push.
Back here. You're clear. 19 back inside.
Oh, boy.
Well, nobody wanted to see that happen.
We know what that for. We saw that for in the first stage. Got out front. Nobody can do anything with him.
Boys, we're just getting started. 9 to go.
Yeah, we got to get them wound up here.
With this package, Suarez should be able to close right up on Harvick in a lap or lap and a half.
Particularly if Blaney can get up there and help him a little bit. That would make a huge difference.
Austin Dillon coming on the bottom in the 3. 8 to go.
I think it's going to take a lot more than just Suarez getting a run. I think you're going to have to see the 11 and the 12 and the 40 and a bunch of them kind of work together to get that line moving, all that momentum.
Jeff, the 4 just ran his fastest lap of the night, a 31.46.
That object in Harvick's mirror is getting closer. That beat Daniel Suarez.
Boy, no lifting. He was wide open. He'll probably be wide open for 7 more of these laps. There's that big push for the 12 car we talked about.
Boy, that 11 car, he can get down in that third turn and he can never make it stick.
Oh, he did.
He slid up in the front of the 12 car there, Blaney.
Nice move by Hamlin.
He really gets into 3, I think, better than anybody I've seen all night. Hamlin does.
6 laps to go, and a quarter of a second is the difference between $1 million and $250,000.
No blood loss there between Jimmy Johnson and Larson as he goes to the outside of Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, boy, look what happened to Johnson. I mean,
man, look at that run on
go by
22.
Left and right. Stuck in the middle.
We're seeing some of the guys have a little bit fresher tires, starting to work their way into the top 5. Will that play out?
Yeah, Elliott Logano stopped at lap 70.
But one thing I see, Mike, when the 4 car, he's really mirror driving his Suarez and his guys behind him, trying to figure out where they're going to go and break their momentum.
Daniel Suarez just ran his fastest lap of the race.
Quicker than Harvick by about a mile of 10. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was Chase Elliott that made that move happen. He dove down at the bottom, trying to get by Blaney, but it didn't work out. Boy, he's going to lose 2 or 3 spots here now. Jimmy Johnson's to the outside of him.
Suarez's best hope is that Hamlin comes up to help.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs. If they can get Hamlin to push him a little bit, they might be able to get to Harvick. Well, the car sideways in turn 3 and 4.
That was Blaney. He bounced off the wall and continues. 3 to go.
That's how hard everybody's pushing right now, Mike. I mean, that 12 car just went in and just lost it.
I think this 42 is going to be a factor of Larson and what can materialize and maybe get that run we're talking about with Suarez or Hamlin.
That 4-car is just good enough in all the right places. He gets all the corners good. He's got just a little bit of straightaway speed on these guys.
Oh, look at that 22.
In the wall.
Logano, yeah, he made contact.
Oh, and he got Larson. Caution flag.
Well, we saw where the 22 of Logano got a late run
Wow.
to the outside of Larson.
How about that? I don't think Larson ever did anything. Just slid through the grass.
I think as Logano came off the wall, they made contact.
Yeah, they did. They were slicing and dicing.
I mean, we've talked about this. You just don't lift. You got to stay in the gas.
So watch the yellow number 22 Ford of Logano coming into frame at turns 3 and 4.
And this Logano up on the outside. You see if the 42 maybe comes up in front of him.
Yeah, I think the 42 got a little bit tight there behind the 11. And then he came up the track. That just ran the 22 wide.
I think Logano bounced off the wall, and when he did, it shot him over to the left a little bit and got him into Larson. Accidentally?
I don't know if it was accidental
I said,
or not.
you think that was accidentally?
You were saying earlier how in control of the cars they were. You tell me.
Keep coming, man. All right, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming, man.
Hopefully not accidental.
It's hard to judge intent.
I'm with you, Mike. You know who would decide whether it was accidentally or not? Those two.
Yes.
Look at that.
Well, look at those exhaust pipes going into the grass.
And the roof flap comes up, and I mean, it's just amazing. And you know what I love about that? He hadn't quit driving him. He's staying in the gas. He's working it. He's working it.
Yeah, he hasn't locked it down yet, has
Nope.
He caught one of those storm drains.
he? Wow. Airborne.
That thing is. What a ride.
Woo. Man, that was a ride.
So once this comes to rest, would you like to see that in real time?
Sit, boy, sit.
Pit stops, Vince.
Well, it's amazing there wasn't more damage done to that 42, but they didn't have to do any repair. They did have a set of stickers here in the pit, so they put those sticker tires on, made chassis adjustments, took some tape off the front end. With only a couple of laps to go, it's going to be a long run to the front, but at least Kyle Larson's got some fresh rubber to try to do it.
Same for Ricky Stenhouse and Ryan Blaney getting tires on pit road. Austin Dillon was also just in.
Mike, those tires may not be a big advantage now, but if we go a couple of more cautions here, they could turn out to be.
Roof flaps deploy at speed as that car gets sideways or with its tail to the wind to help keep that car on the ground. Larry McReynolds with more.
Yeah, let's use our Ford Performance car. You know, I just cringe when I see a car get in the grass because I just feel like it's real vulnerable to become airborne. Look at how the air flows over the back of the car. And the minute that pressure changes over the roof right there, those roof flaps deploy. And as the air is going under the car, it lets it go up through those cow flaps. And all of those things sits the car back on the ground. Those roof flaps, if you're ever sitting on an airplane and it goes to land and you see those flaps come up, they act almost the same way. It's one of the greatest safety innovations outside of safer barriers that our sport has.
And Larry, look how much bigger they've gotten through the years. I mean, there used to be two little flaps up there. Now they're huge. The whole roof opens up.
And among others, credit avid pilot and NASCAR team owner Jack Roush with a lot of the development of those roof flaps. And then the cowl flaps were added later, as you see there at the back of the hood on Kyle Larson's car.
That's a story for another time. But Bill France Jr. and the NASCAR jet and a car tied to a trailer is how they developed those roof flaps, along with the help of Jack Roush.
2 laps to go.
I think the decision-making really comes into the 4-car of Kevin Harvick. Which lane is he going to pick based on who is going to be lined up behind him and can push him and try to get that lead again?
Well, running in 5th, Jimmy Johnson's tires are 23 laps fresher than Harvick's and almost 30 laps newer than those of Suarez and Hamlin. They're 10 laps better than Logano's. What's Team 48 thinking?
Good job. We got the best tires of anybody in the top 10 by at least 10 laps.
You know what I love about Chet? Look at him. Chet says, look, we've done all we can do for you, buddy. It's up to you now. That's that look he has.
Well, and to his point, I mean, he's putting him in the best position, put him in the best position he possibly can. You're the first car with the least amount of laps on your tires.
Johnson trying to win his 5th All-Star race. He's in 5th place. As you watch our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, everything they learn, making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR, inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR.
Interesting selection by Harvick, Mike. He's got the 22, which is a Ford behind him, but he lets Suarez and the 11 line up on the inside. No, I don't know. It's a gamble.
Well, but I just think Logano, not besides being in a Ford, he's a very aggressive restarter and pusher on these restarts. Now, he might not stay on his rear bumper for very long if he gets the opportunity.
I think it's interesting you get those two teammates lined up with each other because Suarez has got a fast car.
So it's Suarez inside of Harvick, Hamlin inside of Logano, Jimmy Johnson inside of his teammate Chase Elliott, then McMurray, Newman, Allmendinger, and Kyle Busch, the top 10.
You saw a little damage to the rear bumper, that 19 of Suarez. Will that affect Hamlin being able to push him to the front?
Minor damage right now.
16 cars, all on the lead lap. Casey Kane has got enough free passes to get back on the lead lap with his damaged car. So
Suarez's back bumper, there's somebody been gnawing on that thing.
For $1 million, Denny Hamlin doesn't care what that rear bumper is.
Remember the unique overtime rules. The winner must take the checkered flag under green. 2 to go. Here we go. Green flag.
Ooh, boys.
Oh, the 11 almost got in the 4 car. I think the 19 might clear Kevin Harvick.
And here comes Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson down on the inside. He's digging.
Man, I really think Suarez could have gotten up in front of the 4 of Harvick right there. It would have been risky, but I think he could have done it.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Bounces off the wall hard.
31 of Newman.
He's still up there.
He's still going. I think he's going to be okay.
Everybody gets by.
Going to stay green.
Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez. Will they have a chance at Kevin Harvick?
Side by side.
Let's do side by side.
Suarez really sealed that thing in the 3rd turn. Trying to come out in 2nd place.
The closer, Kevin Harvick, wins the Monster Energy All-Star Race.